Good morning, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey. Today is Tuesday, April 18th, and you're watching Torrington Today. As you can tell, I'm flying the video solo today. Crystal's at an Arbor Day event in Lingle, and Bud's at a county commissioners meeting, so it just turned out that I was the only one in the office at the moment, so we'll see how this goes. In tomorrow's paper, there's a lot of pictures of the Easter egg hunts from around the county this past weekend. We were at Torrington, Lingle, Hawk Springs, Fort Laramie, so you can check out a lot of pictures of little youngsters picking up eggs, and all those were on Saturday, so you can check out those. You can also read about flooding in Fort Laramie. Bud Patterson wrote a story about flooding and talked to several people out there who were affected by it, and you can kind of check out what's happening out in Fort Laramie. In sports, while you have tomorrow's paper, you might as well crack open the sports section and read about Torrington soccer. The boys had a continuation game against Scottsbluff on this past Thursday, and the game was originally started March 23rd, but it was called just before halftime because of lightning, and it was delayed until this past Thursday. It was 2-2 just before halftime when it was called the first time, and so they picked up right where they left off on Thursday, and Torrington punched in another goal to get the win 3-2, and it was pretty windy conditions, but Torrington still got the win. Looking forward to upcoming events. One in sports is tonight. Speaking of soccer, and speaking of Scottsbluff, the Torrington boys are hosting Scottsbluff tonight in Torrington. The JV game starts at 3:30 and the varsity starts at 5:30. And the girls, it's the same case, but instead of hosting Scottsbluff, they're heading to Scottsbluff. The JV game for the girls starts at 3:30 and varsity starts at 5:30, and both those will be in Scottsbluff. So a lot of soccer action to catch up on tonight. After spring break and Easter, we're starting to head into the second half of the season. So this could be the first game for a run for either the Torrington boys or girls. In other upcoming events, the EWC presidential forums resume this afternoon. There's one this afternoon, and then there's one Thursday afternoon, and both those are at 1:30. So if you want to see who might be taking over the reins for EWC or have any questions for any of the potential presidential candidates, be sure to head to the forums, like I mentioned, this Thursday or this afternoon or Thursday afternoon, excuse me, and both those start at 1:30. In weather, like I mentioned, the Torrington soccer game on Thursday was pretty windy, and the Torrington versus Scottsbluff game, the first half, was stormy, and tonight we might be looking at a little bit of both. We'll kind of see how it turns out. Today's high is 73, so we're looking pretty good as far as temperature goes, but it's partly cloudy this morning, and we'll get pretty cloudy this afternoon, and we'll be facing some showers this afternoon that might become thunderstorms in the evening. So if you're heading to a soccer game this evening, pack your ponchos and umbrellas. You might need them. It said 40% chance for the day, but we're really looking at pretty high chances for this afternoon and into the evening. Hopefully the game doesn't get canceled or delayed at all. And it just seems like every time Torrington and Scottsbluff have soccer games, it's not the best of weather, but we'll hopefully get tonight's games in before anything has to be called. Tomorrow we're looking at 61, and not too bad. Like I said, 61, but still we're looking at quite a bit of wind. I think I mentioned yesterday 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. So once we get past the rain tonight, we'll be into wind tomorrow. So not the two ideal weather conditions. Then on Thursday we're looking at 64 and mostly cloudy. So we should be past the rain by then, and hopefully past most of the wind by then, and just a nice brisk, breezy day. 64 is still pretty warm, but we'll see how Thursday pans out. But we're looking at all right weather conditions over the next couple days. Our grass needs some water, that's for sure. But if you haven't gotten your lawnmowers out yet, I think after tonight it's safe to say you're going to need them. There you have it, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey, and you've been watching Torrington Today.